So we are here for math, and we're going to take a little bit of a break from time to work on some money, because we have been doing money since the beginning of the school year, when we counted how many days we've been in school, but we haven't really done any adding with our money aside from our counting the days in school. So I want to practice a little bit of that because there is about like 2.5 weeks left of school. So we're getting really close to the end. So I'm so proud of how hard you worked with your time. And I just want to do a little bit of money before we go back to time. Okay? Because counting with money will also help us with counting with time, which is so cool, so fun. So let's review what we know about coins, right? Oi, oi, O-I word, coin. So we have the 4 major coins that we work with all the time, right? Penny, nickel, dime, and a quarter. Let's think of our song, if you remember it. Ready? Penny, 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 worth 1 cent, worth 1 cent. Nickels are worth 5, nickels are worth 5. Dimes are 10, dimes are 10. And we can easily remember off the top of our head that a quarter is 25 because there are 4 quarters in a dollar. And in our fractions, we know that when something is split into equal shares and they are quarters, there are how many of them? 4. You got it. So we know that a dollar is 4 quarters, is 10 dimes, right? Because 10 times is 100. 20 nickels, or 100 pennies, because 100 cents makes a dollar. But we don't need to worry about dollars today, or quarters, or dimes, actually. Today, we're only going to be working with pennies and nickels. So I'm going to flip these over. And I just wanted to review a little bit what we already know, right? Go back to our schema, the things that we already know. So if you have a piggy bank at home, you can take some of these out or ask mom and dad's. I bet they have a collection of where they collect coins, right? So I actually have my fake coins here from school. But this is a penny, right? And this is the heads side of a penny, right? And this side is also known as the tails side, right? We have heads and tails. And so this is what a penny, right? We're familiar with penny, right? And our nickel. Now our nickel is slightly larger than our penny, right? And here's the head side and the tails. And on our penny, we have Abraham Lincoln, right? You guys all know Abraham Lincoln. And on the back is Lincoln's Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial down in Washington, D.C. So that helps us remember that it's worth, just helps us remember more of things that we know and we can recognize, and helps us know exactly what we're working with, right? So a penny is worth 1 cent. Do you guys remember that cent symbol, right? C, it's a soft C for cent, and we got a line down the middle. That's our symbol for cent. A penny is worth 1 cent, right? A penny is worth 1 cent. And you see that here, 1 cent, right? And a nickel has the President Thomas Jefferson on him, right? Have you guys ever heard of the school in Caldwell, Jefferson, right? Named after Thomas Jefferson. And here we go on the back. You can even see that it says 5 cents. So we have heads and we have tails. 5 cents. 5 cents. So a nickel is worth 5 cents, right? And what we're going to be practicing today is counting with our nickels and our pennies, and remembering the fact that, remember when how we would trade for our coins when we would be doing our how many days we've been in school? The same thing happens here, right? If I have 5 pennies, the value of that is the same value of 1 nickel. These are all worth 1 cent, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 5 cents. The value of 1 nickel is also 5 cents, right? So just because there are 5 of these doesn't mean it's more than this, right? Because the value of this is 1. The value of this is 5. So altogether here, I have 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay? So we're just going to be practicing different ways we can make combinations with pennies and nickels today. Okay? have your math books, you can open up to page 593. 593. 5 in the hundreds place, 9 in the tens, 3 in the ones. Okay, now, at the top, it's just reviewing the things that we already talked about, right? So let's look at the bottom. We have our problem number 1, and there are some pennies that are on head side and some are on tails. They're trying to trick you, but you know about your coins already because we've done coins. So I'm going to have I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And they're adding all of those pennies together. 1, 2, right? And they're pretending that their money is in a jar, right? So this is the same as saying 1 cent plus 1 cent plus 1 cent plus 1 cent plus 1 cent. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what is that equal to? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 pennies or 5 cents, right? Easy peasy. So solve that and then put 5 cents in the jar, right? 5 pennies is 5 cents. Easy peasy. All right, let's turn the page and see what other problems they try to give us. Okay, now we have 2 pennies and 1 nickel. Well, let's start with our pennies. We know that 2 pennies are, right, 1 cent plus 1 cent plus, what's a nickel worth? 5 cents. You got it. Okay, so I have 1 and 1 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. That's right. Because you guys, your math skills, right? We're used to 3 add-in number sentences, and especially when they're ones, right? But if it's easier for you, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. 1 more is 7. So 2 pennies plus a nickel is 7 cents. There's my jar, right? They want you to write the number 7 cents in the jar. You have 7 pennies that you're putting in your piggy bank. Or a nickel and 2 pennies, right? 7 cents. Good job, guys. All right, number 3 shows us 2 nickels. What do we got here? Okay. Well, 1 nickel is worth how much? 1 nickel is 5. Well, what do we know, mathematicians? 5 cents plus 5 cents. Ooh, but it doesn't end there, right? We have 2 nickels plus 2 pennies. Well, what is a penny worth? 1 cent plus 1 cent. Let's pretend that's our jar there. All right, well, 5 and 5 makes 10, right? 10 and 2 pennies is 2. Well, what's 10 plus 2? 12. So if I have 2 nickels and 2 pennies, I have 12 cents, right? 5 and 5 is 10, 11, 12. 12 cents going in my piggy bank. Wow! Isn't math with coins so much fun? And the better we are at counting money, the better we are at saving money, or we could be consumers and go out and buy goods with our money, right? So much fun. I love math. Okay, let's read the problem for number 4. John has 4 pennies. All right, well, I know I'm going to need 4 pennies. Here's my 4 pennies. Tim has 2 nickels. All right, so this is John. He has 4 pennies. Tim has 2 nickels. 1 nickel, 2 nickels. How much does each person have? Well, if John has 4 pennies, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 cents, right? Because a penny is worth 1. Tim has 2 nickels. Well, what is the value of a nickel? A nickel is worth 5, right? So if I have 5 and 5 more is 10. So John has 4 cents. Tim has 10 cents. Who has more? Tim. 10 is larger than 4, right? Wow, guys. Good job. All right. I'm going to read out loud the number 5 at the bottom, the write about it, okay? How many pennies have the same value as 2 nickels? Well, we just talked about 2 nickels, right? Our buddy John here has 2 nickels. And 2 nickels is how many cents? 10 cents. If I wanted 10 cents in pennies, and pennies are worth 1, how many pennies would I need? I would need 10 pennies. You're right. I actually don't have 10 pennies here. I only have 5. But if I have 5 pennies and I have 5 cents, right, I would need 5 more pennies. So because a nickel has a value of 5, 2 nickels is 10. Because a penny has a value of 1, I would need 10 pennies to create 10 cents, right? So recognizing the value is helping us figure out how to make those combinations, which you guys are so used to. I'm so proud of you remembering and using all those things that you know about coins already. All right. If you're up for the challenge, I'd like you to try the 2 questions on page 595, okay? All right, guys, have so much fun with coins. I know you can rock it, and tomorrow we're going to do some more in math, okay? All right, bye, guys.